the City of Angels. A championship arena falls silent after a night destined to become legend. On the giant displays surrounding the court, two digits remain frozen in time: 40 and 26. Two numbers that, standing alone, mean nothing. Together, they tell a story that will shake everything you thought you knew about professional basketball. What Victor Wembanyama achieved in the San Antonio Spurs' crushing victory over the Los Angeles Lakers goes far beyond the concept of a great game. We're talking about an event that challenges decades of accumulated wisdom, a display so far outside the norm that it raises an unavoidable question: why are so few people discussing the true magnitude of what we just witnessed? There's a reason for that, and once you discover it, your way of watching basketball will never be the same again. Welcome to the analysis that will reveal the hidden layers behind one of the most extraordinary nights in recent NBA history. Buckle up. Crypto.com Arena, home of the Lakers, stage for countless glories of the Golden franchise. On this particular evening, a 21-year-old transforms the Los Angeles sanctuary into his personal laboratory. Final score: Spurs 136, Lakers 108. A beatdown that the final numbers only begin to describe. Victor Wembanyama closes out the contest with a stat line that looks like it was pulled from a video game on easy mode. 40 points, 12 rebounds. Spectacular, without question. But hold on, we haven't arrived at the crucial point yet. Here's the detail that separates the extraordinary from the absolutely surreal. He accomplished all of this in just 26 minutes on the hardwood. Let that information settle. An NBA game has 48 regulation minutes. Wembanyama played slightly more than half, and in that restricted period, he didn't simply contribute, he dominated overwhelmingly. Anyone with basic basketball knowledge knows that this type of production normally demands constant presence on the court. Star players log 36, 38, even 40 minutes pursuing a 40-point performance. It's a matter of volume, of accumulated opportunities. So how does someone compress that production into such a limited time window? And more fascinating still, what are the implications of this for the modern game? The answer is hidden in layers we're going to unravel together. Travel with me back to 1998. The world was different. The NBA was too. And in that distant year, for the last time before Wembanyama, someone managed to reach 40 points while playing 26 minutes or less. 27 years, more than a quarter century, thousands of games, hundreds of superstars. And not one, absolutely not one, had managed to replicate this specific combination of production and temporal efficiency until now. But the real secret isn't just in the fact that he scored 40, it's in how he scored them. And this is where the story gets truly interesting. 65% shooting from the field. This means that out of every 10 attempts, he converted 6 or 7. For a player scoring at high volume, that percentage is simply absurd. Now brace yourself. From three-point range, 66% accuracy. I'll repeat that, 66% from beyond the arc. We're talking about an athlete standing over 7'4", whose wingspan seems to touch the extremities of the court, hitting 2 out of every 3 long-distance shots. This completely shatters the established standards for players at his position. Compare this to any other 40-point night from any other current league star. You'll find a pattern: higher shot volume, more playing time, more modest percentages. That's the normal mathematics of high-level basketball. Wembanyama is playing with different mathematics that nobody had discovered yet. And this isn't coincidence. It's evolution in real time. The question that remains, what else is coming? There exists a name that's synonymous with unreachable in the NBA: Wilt Chamberlain. The man who, on a March night in 1962, scored 100 points in a single game. A record that remains alone at the mountain's peak decades later, untouched and probably untouchable. Now, connect the dots. In the night against the Lakers, Wembanyama scored 37 points in just the first half. 37 in 2 quarters. Know when the last time a center did that, or more in a half was? Exactly on that historic Chamberlain night. The night of the 100 points. We're talking about a direct connection to the most mythical moment in NBA offensive history. More than 60 years separating the two feats, and only these two names sharing that specific statistical territory. But there's more, because within that explosive first half, there's another hidden record. In the first quarter alone, 25 points. Since the 1996-97 season, nearly 3 decades ago, no Spurs player had scored that much in a single period. We're talking about the entire Tim Duncan era, the entire Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili era, decades of basketball excellence erased in 12 minutes. And it's not random brute force. Watch the movements, observe the choices. Wembanyama is reading the Lakers' defense like someone reading an open book. He forces impossible dilemmas. Let him shoot threes or allow him to penetrate. Cover the perimeter or protect the paint. There's no right answer, only different poisons. He's not simply playing basketball. He's giving a masterclass on how to deconstruct entire defensive schemes with tactical intelligence and unprecedented physical versatility. And this raises a gigantic strategic question. How are NBA franchises going to adapt when a player can do all of this? When traditional position categories simply stop working, the tactical future of the league is being written in real time, and few seem to be paying genuine attention. Tim Duncan, 5 championship rings. 3 finals MVP awards, 15-time All-Star, one of the most solid foundations upon which a dynasty was built. The big fundamental, excellence personified across 19 seasons. In his entire legendary career, Duncan had 5 games scoring 40 points or more. Victor Wembanyama, with less than 2 complete NBA seasons, already has 6. Let that echo. 6 40-point performances before turning 22. Numerically surpassing one of the all-time greats in his own franchise. But here's the point that changes everything, the factor that transforms these numbers from impressive to genuinely disturbing. Wembanyama is doing all of this with minute restrictions due to a knee issue. He's not a player at absolute physical peak. He's not someone playing without limitations. He's an athlete being carefully managed, with controlled minutes, with exposure to physical wear being minimized. And still he's pulverizing historical records. Think about the implications. If he's doing this while limited, what happens when he's at 100%? When he can play 35, 38 minutes without restrictions? We're witnessing something that defies all our understanding about player development, about load management, about the very temporal trajectory of an NBA career. And here's the uncomfortable question. Why isn't this the only story being discussed on every sports program? Why isn't there an incessant debate about the historical significance of what we're seeing? The answer is complex. Fully acknowledging Wembanyama's magnitude forces difficult conversations about expectations, about already established narratives, about which players and which markets dominate the league's attention. There's power in controlling narratives, and there's risk in letting a new narrative grow too fast, uncontrollably. The silence isn't ignorance, it's strategy, but truth is stubborn, and that truth stands 7'4", and is only scratching the surface of what he can do. We're at the beginning of something. Every Victor Wembanyama game is a new experiment. Every performance, a new thesis on basketball's limits. What's coming will redefine tactical schemes. It will force coaches to rethink fundamental concepts. It will create debates we can't even fully formulate yet. And we'll be here, unraveling, analyzing, connecting the dots that others prefer to ignore. If you want to understand not just what's happening, but why it's happening and what it means for the sport's future, you're in the right place. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, because when Wembanyama takes the next step that everyone will think impossible, and you can be certain he will, we'll be ready to decipher exactly what it represents. The revolution is happening now. The only question is, are you just going to watch, or will you truly understand? See you in the next analysis.